guys, welcome back to some more Motorsport Manager and part 3 of Season 2 of our Force India career. And today we have the Dubai Grand Prix in, funnily enough, Dubai. And yeah, since last episode we have developed the car just a little bit, I think. So these are the parts currently on both cars. Sergio Perez has got this. His reliability is looking slightly worse than Fernando Alonso's at this point, but that's what it's got to be, unfortunately. You know, we're trying to keep it quite equal in terms of the parts. So we're going to go for BWT this weekend. As usual, we're going to go for a softer setup. Now, something I read in the comments, it was an episode last season because I've bulk recorded these episodes. You know, because I've got a lot coming up in June as well, and I had exams earlier in the month. So something was said about the parts. Now, the engine, the brakes and the rear wing are crucial parts this weekend. So let's have a look and see what's going on. So the engine, the reliability is the best we can get it, unfortunately. What was the other thing? Was it the brakes? The brakes are the best reliability we can get, and the rear wing is as well. So there's not much we can do about that. But another failure could be on the cars. We obviously haven't really done well this season. Perez got a few points last time out, finishing 7th. But we're just going to have to hope that we can do something this weekend. We can get some big points. Fernando really needs to finish the race, which is why I've given him the more reliable car, because I think he needs to finish more than Perez does, because Fernando's currently unhappy with the team. We need to get him happy again so that he can perform at his absolute best, and we know that that is winning world championships. So yeah, we need to qualify well today. Hopefully it'll be a bit of a smoother ride than it has been. Obviously, in the first 2 races, we've had changeable conditions in qualifying, so it's been a bit of a struggle. But yeah, today it should be dry, and we should get a clean run at it. So let's keep an eye on Fernando Alonso in this practice session. He's doing a qualifying simulation run, by the looks of things. He's about a second off the pace of Lewis Hamilton, which isn't too bad. Obviously none of this is really representative. Kind of want to get soft tyres knowledge up. Can't quite get up to level 3. That's the problem if you simulate practice. You tend not to get the level stuff, but never mind. But yeah, 4th place in practice for Fernando. I'd be delighted with that in qualifying. But here we go into qualifying. It's a sunny day, which is only good for us. We'll go with qualifying trim and super overtake mode for Checo, and we'll go with qualifying trim and super soft tyres for Fernando Alonso, and we'll sort out this setup a little bit. So he wants something virtually in the middle for downforce, and a bit further to top speed for that. So he wants something in the middle. So 15.15 is probably 15.25 is probably where he wants it. We'll move that there, and then that maybe there. If we just move this back a click, that's perfect. I think if we just reduce that slightly, I think that is the perfect setup for Sergio Perez this weekend. Fernando Alonso, a different story altogether. That's probably his best one. He wants a little bit more understeer, and yeah, we'll give him maybe a little bit more front wing than Checo. Just a little bit, not too much. He wants something like a little bit more understeery, so that, and he wants top speed virtually where it is. So I think that's a good setup. We can obviously edit it throughout the session. Although no, we can't, because it's only one qualifying session now. For some reason, I think it must be some sort of glitch in the mod. It doesn't carry through all the rules into Season 2. Obviously most of them have been implemented into Season 2 as well. But yeah, let's keep an eye on Fernando Alonso. He's the lead car today. He's got out just in front of the Mercedes. Hopefully he'll let him through, and he does. Obviously Checo's got the super overtake button, so you are expecting Perez to be slightly quicker. But Alonso has got the higher performance car and the more reliability, so you never know. I'm looking forward to this session today. Hopefully we'll get a couple of clean laps in from our drivers, and therefore see them as high up the grid as they can be. So Fernando Alonso starting his lap now. We'll keep an eye on his times with respect to that Mercedes. He's coming through the first sector split now, and he's about 4 tenths off. What about Perez? He's only 2 tenths off, so Alonso much slower than his teammate at the moment. But yeah, he's about 9 tenths off. Oh, they're virtually identical in Sector 2. I don't know what's happened to Perez. But here comes Fernando Alonso for his first lap. He's come round the final corner now. And here he comes, Fernando Alonso, for his first time. And he goes 8 tenths slower in second. Perez goes second though, and he's only 4.5 tenths off. So Perez looking good in the first and final sector, but the second sector not looking brilliant for him. Alonso currently in 6th at the moment. 5th and 6th for us would be a good achievement. Perez only, well, less than half a second off pole. Vettel slotted into 5th place. Giovinazzi has slotted into 7th. Kimi Raikkonen is probably going to get up there. Castroneves has gone up into the top 8. Raikkonen only goes 10th. So Ferrari not looking brilliant so far this season. Kobayashi actually moving off the rear of the field. Verline goes up to 12th. So Sauber have made some good improvements over the winter. Hulkenberg, you'd expect to see a bit more from him. We'll maybe send Alonso out now. I mean, yeah, he just needs slightly more top speed. So if we drop that maybe like that, maybe just even a little tiny bit more oversteer, and move that back up. I think that could work for Fernando. So hopefully that'll make him a bit quicker. So we'll send him out there now. And then Perez, yeah, he's quite happy with his speed now. He could do with it just a little bit more, I think. But I think we'll keep him like that, and hopefully he can go out and set an even better lap as well. So we'll send them out together, hopefully to minimise traffic risk. And we'll keep an eye on Fernando, hoping that he can improve just a little bit. He is behind the Renault as it stands. I think that is Hulkenberg. So yeah, Fernando just stuck behind that Renault, and that's a little bit distracting for me and for him, to be quite honest with you. So we'll keep an eye out on how he does. Well, here we go. I mean, he hasn't got the car in the perfect window, but we're going to just have to go out onto the lap and hope that he does a little bit better. So Fernando Alonso, we're looking for green sectors, please. And he should be catching up to the Renault as well. He is a little bit slower in Sector 1 than he was last time out. Perez is slightly slower as well, so we're not looking like we're improving at the moment, but Fernando coming through the middle sector now. This is where he was a little bit quicker than Perez, but nah, he's dropping time. Perez much quicker in the second sector than he was last time out. So let's keep an eye on Perez. I don't think Alonso's going to improve. Here comes Sergio Perez, round up to the finish. Where does Perez finish? He finishes 6th. I think he slightly improved his lap. No, he didn't. He was about a tenth down in the end. Fernando Alonso only can finish 9th, but that can probably be attributed to the super overtake button between them. Ricciardo has gone 3rd. Was it Verstappen that went a little bit quicker? I don't know, but there we go. Both cars in the top 10, which is a very good performance. Obviously, we finished 5th and 6th, I think, in Australia in qualifying. But, yeah, Fernando Alonso starting 9th. Obviously, we get free choice of tyres in the race, so I might go for a bit of a longer strategy with Fernando Alonso and try and get him nice and far into the race, and a bit more of an attacking strategy with Sergio Perez, or do I do it the other way? I really don't know. But there we go, there we have it, the top 10. Lewis Hamilton starts on pole, Verstappen and Ricciardo in 2nd and 3rd, Bottas in 4th with Vettel in 5th, Perez in 6th, Giovinazzi 7th and Castroneves in 8th. Just checking that it's still recording. And Fernando Alonso 9th with Kimi Räikkönen in 10th. So, here we go then, the Dubai Grand Prix. We're going to go, well, are we? Because Perez has got bad reliability. I think I'm going to start him on soft tyres. We're going to start both drivers on soft tyres, actually. And just try and be a bit more strategical about this. So there's, I don't know how many laps there is. There's 12, and these can apparently last up to 12 laps. So I think we just stick on medium, and yeah, we'll get into the race. So we're ready for the Dubai Grand Prix. 5 red lights. Lights out, away we go. Perez off to a good start, but Fernando is as well, and he's up to 8th. So Perez down to 7th actually, but manages to make an overtake. We are going to go super overtake, well, not super overtake, but overtake and attack on this first lap to try and make up as much ground as possible. Perez up to 5th now. We are the highest of the soft tyre runners, which is a good advantage to have. Although to be fair, the cars ahead aren't on used tyres, so it's not as if we can have that in our favour. But Perez currently in 5th. He's been hounded by Kimi Räikkönen. Fernando Alonso now up to 8th. He's battling with Valtteri Bottas for 8th place, and he's managed to hold on to it just for now. Perez in 5th and doing a good job, but Lewis Hamilton is absolutely storming away. Look at him. He is in imperious form, the world champion. Giovinazzi up to 2nd place, which is a good start for him. Castroneves, the 41-year-old, in 3rd, with Daniel Ricciardo in 4th. Perez is currently 5th, flying the flag for Force India. We're going to move him down to medium. I know he's just about to overtake Daniel Ricciardo, and he manages to get the move done anyway. Oops, just clicked. Oh, Alonso's out. He's crashed. Alonso has crashed. Oh, and what an awful start he's had. The safety cars come out. So, I mean, what do we do here? We go on that. Do we come in and put the mediums on? Or do we just try and run these all the way to the end of the race? I think that's what we do. So Perez currently in 4th place. That'll bring us up to Lewis Hamilton, who's in 1st. But we'll see what the other cars do. We'll keep an eye on Lewis Hamilton. I don't think he's coming into the pits this lap. But Fernando Alonso and Max Verstappen crashed, and yeah, well, actually, it doesn't look related. I'm not really sure. But the news is Fernando Alonso has crashed. That's his 3rd retirement out of 3, which is a very, very disappointing result for him. And he should be doing a lot better. Safety car is out for another lap, which is why I am staying out there, because I think we can possibly get to the end of the race. I don't know anything about mandatory pit stops in this game. I know it's a bit of a cheat if we do stay out there, but I bet your AI will be as well. like Hulkenberg, they may be doing a no-stop strategy. But we will quicken this up just a little bit because it is the safety car period, but I can't believe Fernando Alonso is out once again. That's such an unfortunate thing for him. And he was looking good as well. He was up to 7th, I think. He was just about to overtake Max Verstappen. And I think they must have collided somehow. But yeah, Fernando just not good enough today. And he has to improve in the coming episodes. You know, we brought him in to be an improvement for Ocon. But 3 retirements out of 3, 2 of them weren't his fault. I get that, but a crash today, and the safety car is coming in this lap. So we need to keep an eye on Sergio Perez and make sure that he's in the best possible position he is to retain 4th position today. We've got 84% of the tyres left. I think we try and conserve them till the end of the race. We've got enough fuel to last us till the end of the race, most definitely. Obviously we have to. We can't refuel in this current generation of cars. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. So Perez currently in 4th position, but remember, he's got the dodgy parts, so I mean, do we keep him out there, or do we come in and switch things up? We have to make a decision. Well, we're not going to. We're not going to come in. We're just going to take what happens. Perez down to 5th already. A lot of people, I thought a lot of people had come into the pits because there wasn't many cars behind us, but Perez losing positions quite easily. He's down to 7th now. We just have to hope that these parts hold out for the rest of the race. We're hoping to get to the end of the race on this strategy for Sergio Perez, which will be quite an achievement for him. But hopefully that'll mean that he'll make up time through the pit stops for other cars. So we have 7 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. I think Perez can make it till the end of the race, and he's now in a bit of clear air, so hopefully he can utilise his pace advantage over the likes of Kvyat and Will Power and Verline, who are closing in behind him, looking to get some points today. But we'll just have to see, won't we? He's looking after the tyres quite nicely. But I think we can move him up to medium, just so he can push a little bit more. We need to try and get him a gap to Kvyat, who's just behind. And hopefully we can get some good points today, but the rear wing is apparently on the verge of blowing up. I mean, is it better to bring him in? Right, we're going to have to bring him in. We're going to have to fix his parts, because otherwise he's just going to retire, and that just isn't what we want. So we'll bring him in and we'll stick him on to a fresh set of super softs, and just bring him in this lap. So push the car into the pits, Sergio, and get in this lap. It's kind of spoiled the strategy, but I really don't want a double retirement today. I want to get some points out of it. We are struggling for reliability at the start of the season, I do realise that. But if we can get those parts fixed, then we should be in a good position. So Perez, it's going to be a long pit stop, and he'll do very, very well to get back into this. And he's away in 32 seconds. That's a very, very long pit stop, but we're going to absolutely push him till the end and see what he can do. Hopefully some cars will pit. It's not looking likely at the moment. His engine's going to blow up anyway, so Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. You know, I bring him in, I fix his parts, he finishes back of the field. You know, if we leave him out there, at least he has a chance. But the engine, we'll keep an eye on it, we'll keep an eye on that percentage, and hopefully it won't drop down too much further. And he'll be able to finish the Grand Prix. But here comes Perez through, he's going to move up to 15th position now, which is good. Yeah, you will do, mate. So he's currently in 15th. He's certainly going quicker than most people on the track at the moment, which is good to see. The rest of his parts look absolutely fine. I mean, his front wing might be a little bit damaged by the end of the Grand Prix. Right, we're going to have to reduce that to low, because otherwise that engine's going to completely blow up. 7% left on that. So Perez come through now, and that moves him up to 12th position. So there's still a chance that he could get a couple of points here, which would be really, really good, considering that we're struggling so much with the engine. But yeah, we'll just have to see. 2 laps remaining then. But people have come into the pits. I mean, that's now on 3%. I don't think he's going to make it, to be quite honest with you. I think he's going to blow up on the last lap. But here comes Perez. He's up to 11th now. I think his pace is dropping significantly. There's still 2 laps left here, including this one. Well, Kimi Räikkönen has a mechanical issue apparently, so he's going to be dropping back massively. But Giovinazzi currently winning the Grand Prix on a 0-stop strategy, which is what we considered, to be fair. But we just couldn't get to the end on the state of the parts. I mean, we haven't anyway. Sergio Perez's engine is gone. So I think that's going to be it. Has somebody else retired? I mean, Hamilton's behind us. I don't think we're going to get any points from this. Hamilton back through. Perez just going to nurse it to the finish. But yeah, Daniel Ricciardo has moved up into 1st position. And yeah, he's won. He's won the Grand Prix, Daniel Ricciardo. And he's miles ahead of Sebastian Vettel in 2nd, so yeah, he's already won. Vettel in 2nd, Giovinazzi 3rd. Perez is going to finish in 14th. I don't think Verline's going to quite catch us by the end. Perez coming around that final corner now, although Verline is getting very close, but Perez comes through in 14th position. And it's another disappointing Grand Prix for us today. Daniel Ricciardo wins, Vettel in 2nd, Giovinazzi in 3rd with Kvyat 4th, Hülkenberg, good recovery drive to 5th, Räikkönen 6th, and then it looked like Gianni and Kobayashi in 7th and 8th. Very mixed up championship this year, because of the shorter races. I think that's what it is. You know, we've got shorter races, which means that if you do have mechanical issues, you can't really come back from them. And yeah, so Kobayashi finishes 9th. It was Paganor who finished 8th, and then a Valtteri Bottas in 10th. So Lewis Hamilton finishing outside the points. Vettel takes the lead in the World Championship for Williams, which they'll be delighted about. Daniel Ricciardo in 2nd, Lewis Hamilton 3rd at the moment. Constructors wise, we are down in 9th position. That's really, really not good. You know, we were 4th last year. That's where we're expected to finish this year. And well, I think our job is under pressure after the first 3 Grand Prix of the season. You know, Fernando Alonso unfortunately hasn't finished any of the races so far, and that's a big concern. You know, reliability issues are a big concern for us this year. I mean, yeah, Alonso just not happy at all. Vijay Mallya very unhappy as well. And we're going to have some big improvements for the next episodes. We'll have a quick look at these. They want an interview, we'll go to it. Yeah, I mean, qualifying wise, we are one of the better teams on the grid. And there's a new rear wing for us, so that'll go nicely onto Sergio Perez's car. So we'll fit that now. So the rear wing can go there. And then yeah, we'll see what happens with that. So let's design a new part then. I think a new engine is in order, with a lot more reliability, hopefully. So we can do that, and then maybe that. So that comes a little bit quicker. Yeah, so it won't be in time for the next Grand Prix, but then that's probably the one that we want, the 60% reliability. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And obviously that costs a little bit of money, but the next Grand Prix will be in Russia. So if you've enjoyed this episode, make sure you leave a like down below. It really does mean a lot for me and helps out the channel a lot as well. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.